Yeah.
Why are you so button heavy?
Okay, number 2 on the
Why
homework.
are you not?
If you have a negative leading coefficient, you need to take it out of there, which changes the entire expression that you are factoring.
Oh, that's what.
Now you factor it.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Okay?
That's what I
So
did.
now,
Dang it.
factors of 90 that give you a 1 are a positive 10 and a negative 9. Okay? That's the step you were missing. That's why your signs were all messed up.
Dang it.
So anywhere where you had a negative in the beginning, that's probably one you missed.
Huh?
You miss it.
Yeah, I did miss it, Swan.
Hey, you guys, we're taping.
You need to tell
No
him to be quiet.
shenanigans.
You need to tell him to be quiet. It's him back there.
By the way, if you're absent, ask about Amnesty Week. Okay, go.
Number 23.
Okay, we're doing number 23.
Huh?
63. Oh my God.
What?
That's your song.
You got it wrong? Alright, bet. Alright, bet.
That's a doctor that I told I was going to sue if he didn't fix my mother. I said, thank you. I left a message. Thank you for sending my mother home to die. I'll be talking to you soon. So I'm sure that's why he's calling. All right. What is the greatest common factor of all of them? It's 3. This adds up to 9. This adds up to 9. This adds up to 6. This adds up to 9. That's why you probably missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to take out the 3. Now, those of you that didn't take out a 3, tell me your wrong answer. I'm going to show you how to fix it.
What number is this?
79 plus
23.
It's number 23.
Somebody didn't take it out. Okay, give me your final answer.
7, 9 plus 6. Or
7n
7n.
plus 6
And then 9 n squared minus 15.
minus what?
15.
Okay.
That's what I had.
That's what I had.
If you
too.
get to this point and you did all this work, you'll notice that you can divide both of those by 3.
Oh.
So go ahead and do that.
Oh my.
3n squared minus 5.
So why would you do that?
Because you cannot have a common factor in your binomial.
Because that's how you do the math, Savon.
So now, excuse me, I'm taping and you don't need to be on there. Okay? Now you have 3n squared and then just put your 7n plus 6. It's fixable. Okay? Another one. Nothing? Really?
Wait, is this the
Yeah.
Is it it's prime whenever like the factors of the n term don't go into the middle term?
Yes.
Okay. Number 24.
Now, what's going to happen when you have a prime situation? 24? Did you get it? Oh,
On the
yeah, you
board.
got it all wrong.
I ain't get number 1 wrong.
Oh, thanks. That was good.
What happens when you have prime is instead of factoring to solve in chapter 9, you're going to use the quadratic formula.
Makes sense.
That's the only time you're going to need the quadratic formula. That's when you cannot factor. And there are those, obviously, like number 4. Okay, this has no greatest common factor, but it does have a negative in the front, which has to come out. So, 25v cubed, positive 5v squared, positive 30v, positive 6. Now you can do grouping. This is why I usually put brackets here, because I'm about to put parentheses, and I don't like parentheses.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. Okay? Group that. Group that. Greatest common factor is 5v squared times 5v plus 1. And that's plus 6. And then keep that. 5v plus 1. 5v squared plus 6.
I gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
For that one, I got the right answer just wrong. Okay, well,
What?
What?
That
I
makes sense.
took out 5 v in the second power, and then I got parentheses 5b minus 1, and then I put it on the other side and I got 6, but then I got the right answer.
Oh, you took out the negative later.
I don't know what I did.
What's your final answer? This one?
Yeah.
Well, somewhere you got the negative out of there.
Okay.
I like to do it first, but you got it out of there. All right. Yeah,
Number 16.
16. And this is the last one because everything you did last night, you're going to be doing after the third step today. Okay, 16.
That's gonna be fun.
A squared x squared minus 3a x squared plus 4a minus 12. Now, do we have a common factor in all four of them? No. So we're grouping. By the way, if you like grouping, today's your lucky day.
Great.
All right, what's the greatest common factor?
AX squared.
Ax squared. Did you have ax squared? What'd you take out?
First one I took out A.
Okay, give me your final answer.
I didn't get a final answer.
Huh?
I'm not confused.
Oh. If you don't take out the greatest common factor, it's fixable, but it's a pain. But you can do it. So when you're done with your test, and we're going to have a whole week of factoring still. When you're done with your test a week from Tuesday, go back and see if there's any common factors in your binomials. That's your first check. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do today's lesson that Jack McGuire thinks is going to be hard, and it's not.
You said it was gonna
Yeah,
be
you
hard.
just told us it was hard.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you told us at the beginning
Yeah.
that it was the hardest lesson
For him.
yet. Well, then,
She's calling you.
On the agenda.
That's one person that learned how to factor by guessing and checking, and I'm going to show him a better way.
I'm just gonna guess and check automatically.
This one? We saw how well you guessed and checked last night.
Oh,
You got one
Pretty
right.
bad.
One right.
Well, I might have got more than one. I didn't get all the way through.
Guessing and checking isn't working for you.
Alright.
All right. Is there a greatest common factor? There isn't going to be one all day today. I'm going to throw them in on Monday. But that would just mean if they could all be divided by 2, you pull the 2 out, and everything's the same except you keep the 2 all the way down to the end. Okay? All right. When this number right here is not a 1, we're going to turn it into a grouping problem. If you like grouping, you could have actually made all those grouping problems. But that's crazy because that's so much extra work.
Yeah.
But for these, the only difference, instead of thinking of factors of 10, you're thinking of factors of 60. You see where I got 60?
Yeah.
See, when this was a 1, you were really doing factors of 10 because 1 times 10 is 10. But now we have a 6, so it's 6 times 10. Factors of 60 that add up to 19. 1, just tell me when to stop. 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. Okay? All you're going to do is expand that into 2 separate terms. So bring down the 6x squared, and instead of 19x, you're going to write 4x plus 15x. That's all you're doing. And then plus 10. Now it's a grouping problem.
Come on.
Is it gonna get
Little
harder?
tricky.
So much easier.
Little tricky.
Now it's grouping. All I did was replace this with that.
Little tricky.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How do you know when to stop? Like,
Well, now you can't stop.
no. How do you know, like, 1 times 60, 2 times 30? How do you know which ones?
The ones that add up to 19.
Oh, okay.
It has to equal the middle term, just like the trinomials. All right, so now group it. What's the greatest common factor?
2x.
2x. 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2. 2x plus 5. What do you think, Jack? Easy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the
Well, when it gets kind of a pain is when you have a greatest common factor you have to pull out first, but
Figure out.
we're not going to do that till Monday. I am going to throw in some negatives though, because Haley wants me to. All right. 5x squared minus 14x plus 8. Okay? 5 times 8 is 40. 1 times 40. 2 times 20. 4 times 10.
Keep going.
There it is. Now, one of them has to be negative, or both negative, or positive, what?
Both negative.
Both negative. Because it has to be negative 14x. So 5x squared. Now, Mrs. Rising likes to put the 10 with the 5 and the 4 with the 8. I'll tell you right now, it doesn't make any difference. I'm going to show you that it doesn't make any difference. She likes to put the minus 10x first, because then you pull out a 5x. You know, 5 goes into 10, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to show you why it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and put the 4 with the 5 and the 10 with the 8. Now keep in mind, all I did was take that middle term and expand it. This is, by the way, A, this is B, this is C. This is called split the B. Splitting the B. All right. So now we have a greatest common factor of just x. 5x minus 4. 5x minus 4. What do we need here?
-2.
Negative 2. Put your signs here, by the way, so you can get partial credit. 5x minus 4, x minus 2. Boom.
That's easy.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
I literally, 3 years ago, when I decided to go from 7th grade to algebra, I spent the entire summer calling algebra teachers that I knew. I'd go to their house and I'd say, teach me how to factor. And I took all their advice, and then I took it from a guy that taught high school to low kids, and his was the best. He and Mrs. Huckstep did it the same way. And I said, now there's 2 people that only work with low kids. This is the way I want to teach it. And so that's the way I stuck with. And it works. Most of my kids will know how to factor by the end of next week. Almost all, maybe all of you. You'll know how to factor. But there's so much to remember. Let's do a negative one. I'll show you how disgusting it can get. Okay, negative 2x squared, negative 15x, negative 7. Now, Haley, if you try to do 14 to get negative 15, that's where you get screwed up. You've got to remember to take it out of there. 2x squared plus 15x plus 7. Okay? And on Monday, instead of a negative here, the only thing I'm changing Monday is going to be a greatest common factor here. That's all. You're still going to get to here and do the same thing. All right. The reason I put a bracket is because now I'm going to be expanding it and have parentheses. You can have parentheses, it doesn't matter. I just think brackets make things clearer. So, 15 is what we're looking for, and we have factors of 14. Boom. 1 plus 14 is 15. So instead of 15x, I'm going to write 1x and 14x. Now see why I have brackets? Because now I'm going to have parentheses. You don't have to have brackets, I don't care about the neatness of it, it just keeps me organized. Okay, what's the greatest common factor? Just x. So that's 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1. What do I need here? Positive 7. Final answer? 2x plus 1, x plus 7. All right, scrap paper out. I'm not sending you to the board. It's too ugly.
Why'd you waste it?
Let's do one. No homework, no paper? You think?
Yeah, I do.
9x squared minus 15x plus 4. If you're at home, you should be trying this and not fast forwarding. Because you're the only, if you're not laughing, it must be awful. She laughs at everything I do. She's my biggest fan. I'm gonna go out on the road and be a comedian and just take her with me. Put her in the front row.
She'll be like the only person sitting there laughing. Everyone else just kind of looking at her.
Oh,
No, you're so mean.
why didn't it save on the thing?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Remember, you're breaking up that 15x, negative 15x, into factors of 36. I think I'll chomp on gum on my video today. Need 5 pieces of gum.
What?
I was chew 5.
Don't you go through like 3 packs of gum a day?
Yeah. Pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I like 5. What's wrong with 5? I have a big mouth.
Wait, this does not.
I'm gonna go see my puppy Sunday. Can't bring him home till after spring break.
Why?
We're still with his breastfeeding with mommy.
How dog is it?
Golden Doodle.
Almost
I don't
got
have a
one.
German Shepherd.
It was just born. January 29th.
How much are you buying it for?
$1,500.
Whoa, that's very
For a dog? For a dog?
My family got my grandma.
No, for a cat.
Got my grandma one.
Are cats less expensive or about the same?
I don't know.
Cats are annoying.
The reason I want this particular one is because it's really a golden doodle and a poodle. So it's more poodle than golden retriever. So it'll be small and it won't shed.
I have a golden retriever. Golden retrievers don't shed that much.
Huh?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they, are you stupid?
What?
I bought one where my family got a
Mine
golden
barely does
doodle
that.
for my grandma. It depends. And there was like C to B and 50 something. And it said if you got more golden doodle, that's
Super thick.
It's a one B.
because you one
Like
baby.
really
Yeah.
curly.
Should I see this
I
story?
don't know yet.
Well, my bag.
They're just born. They're still wet.
just have a golden doodle.
You have a golden doodle? They're smart.
Oh god, we love
Did you say they're still wet?
I don't know, it just came out. Their hair is still matted down. I only have 6th pick out of 7. I don't care, I want the runt. I want the little one. And I want a boy.
Y'all want what you want?
That sounds like me.
I want a boy because I'm gonna name it Larry, and it'd be stupid to name a girl Larry.
It's like playful, but like it's so
Why you want to name it Larry?
It's my husband's name. I wanna say, Larry, I'm home.
Oh, wait, that's sad.
Cute.
But it's cute. See this girl pop up in a pink dress.
Stop.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Do negatives.
Hey, I got it right.
Now, it doesn't matter if you put the 3 or the 12 first. 9x squared minus 3x minus 12x positive 4. And this is what Mrs. Rising's talking about. She puts the 12 with the 4 and the 3 with the 9. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, if they have something in common, you want to do that, go ahead. All right, what is it? 3x
Minus 4. Oh, no.
Plus 4.
I'm saying this.
3x. Minus 1.
And then that's
Minus
negative
4.
right there. There you go. Oh, you got that answer. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Did you get it, Jack?
Yes, I.
Yeah, Jack boy.
Wait, no, that's
No, you
wrong.
didn't. No, it's not.
We've pretty much factored every kind except the difference of two perfect squares,
Those are.
which is the easiest factoring in the
That's
universe.
exactly
just
what I
have
This is what we'll do next week. Anytime you have two perfect squares,
It's just x minus.
one's plus, one's minus. Take the square root.
You got it right.
Easiest factoring right there.
You want this thing off?
No,
We're 20.
people at home need 1,000 examples because they're not paying attention. They're probably on their phone texting their friends that are at school.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Do it. You're s- And we're gonna, 2 more of these, and then we're gonna do,
What?
no, we're gonna do one homework problem at a time so you get on the right track.
I am having troubles.
Nice comment.
You are?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
It's 9 and.
Oh, I didn't go.
It's 1 and 12. Well, it's 36, so it's 9 and 4, isn't it?
Yeah, this is really
Oh,
easy.
12. Whoops. I did 12 times 2.
What?
Small egg.
Here's what you'll do wrong. You'll do factors of 12, forgetting that you have to multiply by 3.
That's what I did just now.
So you get the hang of it,
I did 24 instead of 36.
Very easy.
I was super.
and then you're stuck.
I want to take a knife.
Because I was like,
If you do factors of 12 that equal this, you're going to be stuck later. You know when you put the one binomial, then the other one won't match. You'll know you screwed up. Here, I'm going to do it wrong.
please do it.
Watch me do it wrong, and then I'm going to show you how you'll know that you didn't remember to multiply 3 times 12. So if you do 3x squared plus 12x plus 1x plus 12, right? You forgot to multiply by 3. So now you have a greatest common factor of 3x, x plus 4, x plus 4.
Yeah.
What do you get?
4.
Plus 3. No. Yeah.
You're stuck.
Oh, I see.
And then you're like, oh.
You can put plus 1 here, but that's not 12. You're stuck.
Kind of like when you forgot
And
the
the
line.
reason you're stuck is because this should have never happened.
Just like chaos.
Okay?
Jack, at least I understand this shit. I do. You see this right answer right here.
I got it.
Beat you up. Okay.
It's that one.
Now, this is where a lot of people like to put the 9 with the 3 and the 4 with the 12.
That's
Doesn't
what I
matter.
do.
Doesn't matter. Here, I'll do it when you don't do that. Plus 4x, plus 9x, plus 12. Remember, we're just replacing that with that. Okay, greatest common factor. X squared plus 2, x squared, did I mess that?
I forgot the 3.
Oh, I forgot the 3.
Oh,
Wow.
Jolly Rancher. 3x plus 2, right?
It's just 3x plus 2.
No. Plus
Plus some.
4.
yeah.
Okay.
Plus 4.
You know, I always use the distributive property in my head, and I didn't just then. Darn if it doesn't help. And there, plus 3. You know, Jack, you can do those kind this way too.
Oh, yeah. But you just,
But it's stupid because
Yeah.
you're splitting it up and then you're taking it back.
yeah.
All right, I want to make sure you can do a -1.
I already have a note now, so.
What's that equation?
That's a nice one.
X.
No phones on this year.
Oh, that is when you have, that's when you're gonna factor prime.
The negative has to go first. Get it out of there.
That's in chapter 9.
This one's for you, Haley.
Oh, God.
You go on.
We only use that in
Nike. What are you?
Savon, you're practicing your future job. Huh? Savon's back here practicing his future job instead of factory. Yeah? Here we go. Okay, come on. Here we go. Future job if you don't get your algebra passed. You know you can't go to college if you don't pass algebra, right?
I passed last semester with an amazing grade.
I know, I like to mess with you.
No, I've never finished with a C.
Show me.
All of Algebra 1 is on the ACT and SAT.
All of it?
All of it.
Oh,
Part of
yeah.
Algebra 2 and all of Algebra 1. But most of it is Algebra 1, thank God. Algebra 2 is hard.
Oh, no, never mind.
I'm glad that I'm taking it right now, so then when I go into algebra, I'll remember like everything.
Oh yeah, you know the kids that were really good in algebra last year's freshmen are taking Algebra 2 and geometry at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing great because they still remember Algebra 1. But it's a lot of math homework.
Yeah.
Don't you have a lot of math homework? No? Geometry's not too bad?
Geometry, we only have like homework twice a week, if you have current now.
Oh. That's nice.
We didn't have homework yesterday or Friday, and then we didn't have homework Monday. We never have homework on Mondays or Fridays. We only have it on like Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And you Natchez every day?
Yes.
What class is this and what teacher?
Geometry, Kernow.
A lot of people like her. I'm just gonna write the next step to make sure you're on the right track.
You started, that's what I did.
Oh.
Do we want to know?
Otherwise you'll get stuck.
Yeah, because I'm pretty stuck.
Oh,
What are we gonna do with you?
oh.
If you didn't take out the negative, you're factoring the wrong trinomial.
Jake.
Got it
How do you
now.
say that?
No. Definitely not.
All right,
Oh, hold
we're gonna rewrite this as what?
-3 plus 10. Oh, psych.
Positive 3, negative 10.
Did it wrong.
And now we can group. You see why I like brackets? It's because the parentheses is parentheses. Bugs me. Bugs me. Grace Con factor. X. 2x plus 3. Minus 5. Here we go.
Alright, that's it.
Yeah?
That's what I got,
I already gotcha.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm gonna give you your homework as there's room for those of you that can write small to do it on there if you prefer.
We only have 5 minutes.
And I want you to try the first one and then I'll go over it so you're on the right track.
Why you gotta do this this one?
I also have notes with a bazillion examples. If you ever want to study for a test. She said.
What does that mean?
We're
Funniest
studying
thing
every
I've ever
day.
said.
We're studying right now. Miss Turner, do you want me to get rid of this? Oh,
Yeah, you can stop it.